I was born and brought up in Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh. The only means to achieve glory for people who are from such towns like mine, either you get into IIT, and if for some reason you can't do that or things don't work out, you go to Delhi University. And along with that, prepare for UPSC. That is hard fact, hard reality. You all know this. And why not? At DU or at IITs, for people like me, we get exposed to a whole new world. Up until the age of 17 or 18, all our interactions are with the locals. Our English is pathetic. Not just that, our confidence is very, very, very low. And suddenly, when these tier 2, tier 3 cities raised students, they step a foot in the IITs or St. Stephen's, you get introduced to a whole new world. Of course, many things will not be simple. You will be out of your comfort zone, but you get an exposure to an entirely new world. Now think about those who will get left behind. Many of us have fallen into those buckets, succumb to a condition called loser's effect. You start doubting yourself, your actions, your every life's decision. And then this low confidence gets reflected in anything and everything that you will do in life. And this is very, very, very sad because they are failing in life not because they are not smart or talented or diligent. They're failing in life because in India, whether you like it or not, we have too many people competing for very minuscule opportunities. At the age of 17, how can you decide someone is worth it or not? And when you grow up in such competitive ecosystem, you're bound to feel frustrated. Think of yourselves as losers. And that initial source for you of growing up in tier 2, tier 3 cities, that in a way dictates so many other aspects of your life. But in reality, that's not the case. You feel like losers because you were perhaps not exposed to better teachers or role models at the age of 17 or 18 or 19 or in the 20s. And that is why I always say it is absolutely fine if you fail. That is the first thing I will always tell you, and I've told you multiple times. The greatest learnings will happen when you're not in your comfort zone. You're asking dumb questions, making the mistakes. When you're overcommitting. Overcommitting is not a bad thing. When you dream big and you still fail, that is fine. Don't get dejected because of those failures. All of you need just 2 to 4 years to really make a mark in history. And I'm not kidding. In those 4 years, with right positions, right guidance, right thoughts, you can indeed create $1 million companies. Steve Jobs created a $1 trillion company. You can create political movement. We saw about how Gandhiji came. You can revolutionize physics. Albert Einstein did that. If you think about this, Mahatma Gandhi's glorious years came when he was well past his 50s. If he were to cry over a few minor setbacks at the age of 17 or 18, he would not have been what he became. I know many of young Indians, they take pride in hating Gandhi. You can hate him, you can love him, but you can't ignore whatever he achieved. Steve Jobs also had those 3-4 glorious years in the late 1970s and then in 2000s. And those 4-5 years were enough for Steve Jobs to become a superstar in business. So if you've failed in IITs, like many of you have done that, that's fine. IIMs, that's okay. UPSC, that's again fine. But it does not take more than 2 to 4 years of dedicated efforts to bounce back and achieve greatness in whatever that desired skill set of yours is. And the funny part is, and also the interesting part, that you do not know which are those 4 years for you in your life. But you will have those 4 years, each one of you. And of course, it all starts with great mental well-being, great support system, great role models, incredible community. And that is what I will always focus on for you here at Misfits.